Welcome, listener, to this deep dive.
Oh, this is exciting.
I know, right? Today, we're diving into the world of Perry Rhodan.
A German science fiction series.
Exactly, and this one's been running for decades.
Decades.
We've got a really interesting mix of stuff for this one,
Like what?
where we've got excerpts from the early books.
In German.
Yeah, the originals in German.
Ah.
And we've got summaries of the later storylines, too.
So we're going from the beginning.
All the way through.
Sounds like quite the ride.
It really is.
So where do we even begin with something like this?
Well, let's start with Perry Rhodan's very first adventure.
Okay.
So it's 1971.
1971.
Cold War tensions are high.
Very high.
Everyone's on edge.
Right.
And suddenly,
What?
a crashed spaceship is discovered.
A spaceship?
Yeah.
Where?
On the moon.
On the moon? No way.
But this is no ordinary spaceship.
What is it then?
It belongs to the Arcanites.
Who are they?
They're a super advanced alien race.
Really?
They're way ahead of us technologically.
Wow. This is fascinating.
It really is. The timing is just perfect, too, don't you think?
What do you mean?
Well, the world's on the brink of nuclear war,
Oh, right.
and then bam!
BM. What?
Humanity finds technology that's light years ahead.
It's like something out of a movie.
And that's where our main character comes in.
Perry Rhodan.
Perry Rhodan. That's right. He's an American astronaut.
Okay.
And he uses this new technology to try and prevent a catastrophe.
So he's like a hero.
Exactly. He's trying to save the world.
That's pretty classic sci-fi.
It is,
Mm.
but with this very real Cold War backdrop.
It's like they took the anxieties of the time and offered this hopeful vision of humanity.
Transcending conflict.
Exactly.
And you know what's interesting?
What?
In the original German text,
Yeah.
they mention the landing site.
Where is it?
It's called Hundekopfkap,
What does that mean?
Dog's Head Cape.
Dog's Head Cape.
It's a funny little detail.
It is kind of funny.
It grounds the story in real geography.
Yeah, but on the moon.
Yeah. It makes you think, hey, this could happen right here.
Yeah, like right in our backyard.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But the story quickly goes beyond Earth.
Of course it does.
Rhodan encounters all these alien species.
What are they like?
Some are friendly.
And some are not.
Yeah, some are pretty dangerous.
Like what?
Well, there's this one creature.
Mm-hmm.
Rhodan has to use a disintegrator ray to take it down.
A disintegrator ray.
That's some serious firepower.
It sounds like a hint of what's to come.
Oh, yeah. Definitely foreshadowing.
So what happens next?
Well, Rhodan leads expeditions to other star systems.
He's not wasting any time.
Nope. He sets up a base on this ice moon.
An ice moon.
Yeah, it's called Iridol
Where is that?
in the Vega system.
So we're going beyond our solar system now.
Way beyond.
This is getting complex.
Oh, yeah. We're talking galactic politics now.
New alliances.
And, of course, new enemies.
This is getting good.
It really is. You know, they introduced some really interesting alien races.
Like who?
Well, there are these robots. Yeah. They're called Pospis.
Pospis.
Interesting.
And there's this mysterious substance called Molkex.
Molkex? What is that?
We don't know yet. It's a mystery.
Ooh, I love a good mystery.
I know, right? And I found this interesting line in the German text.
Oh, yeah. What is it?
Rhodan tells his friend Bull that they need to get used to being more than just clever.
More than just clever. Huh. What do you think that means?
I think it's a hint that humanity's role is changing.
Changing how?
Well, maybe it's not just about intelligence anymore.
There's something more.
Exactly. Maybe a deeper understanding of the universe.
It's pretty deep.
And as the series goes on,
Yeah.
we see a real shift
A shift in what?
in the tone and the themes.
How so?
Well, the writers keep raising the stakes.
In what way?
The threats become much bigger.
Bigger how?
More existential, like the fate of the galaxy is at stake.
Wow, that's intense.
It is. We see galactic empires clashing.
No way.
Time travel.
Time travel. Serious?
And even glimpses of parallel universes. This is blowing my mind.
It's amazing, right? Like they're pushing the boundaries of imagination.
And ours as readers.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But there's this constant thread.
What's that?
Humanity facing impossible odds.
And somehow finding a way
To survive.
to adapt.
Yeah. Whether it's facing an alien fleet,
Or struggling with technology.
Perry Rhodan reminds us that humanity's resilient.
That's a good message.
It is. And speaking of technology, they introduced something called cell activators.
Cell activators. What are those?
They extend lifespans.
They what?
Yeah, they can make people live for centuries.
Wow. That's
crazy, right? It raises so many questions like,
what?
what happens to society?
Yeah.
What about relationships?
Do they last that long?
And what does it even mean to be human when you can live that long?
That's a big question.
It really is. It makes you think about the cost of progress.
And it's not just the technology that changes.
Where else changes?
The characters.
Characters. How?
Well, they evolve too.
In what way?
Their motivations change. Their personalities even.
Really?
Yeah. There's this one character.
Uh-huh.
And get this.
What?
He literally forgets to hate.
Forgets to hate.
It's a funny little detail.
It is kind of funny.
But it makes you think.
About what?
How even core personality traits can change over time.
Especially in a universe like this.
That's always throwing curveballs.
And that brings us to a major storyline.
Oh. What is it?
The Masters of the Island.
The Masters of the Island?
Or MDI for short.
What are they?
They're this enigmatic enemy.
What do they want?
They control the Andromeda Galaxy.
The whole galaxy?
It seems that way.
Wow.
And their main allies are interesting.
Who are they?
They're called the Tefrotters.
The Tefrotters.
And here's the thing.
Yeah.
They're surprisingly human-like.
Human-like.
Even their culture.
That's strange.
Which makes you wonder,
about what?
are they really alien?
Or is there some connection to Earth?
It's a mystery.
And to make things even more interesting,
What?
the true identity of the MDI is a secret.
A secret? From who?
From everyone, even their own soldiers.
Wow, that's sneaky.
It's a great way to build suspense.
Maybe guessing.
And the MDI are ruthless.
Ruthless how?
They wiped out an entire civilization
No way, what for?
because they failed to stop a Terran expedition.
That's harsh.
It makes you think about the cost of power
The lengths people will go
to
to.
maintain control.
And the stakes just keep getting higher.
Higher and higher.
And then there's all this stuff about mind control.
Mind control.
Telepathy.
Telepathy, too.
Psychic powers.
Seriously.
Yeah, it adds to the mystery.
To the unknown.
They even mention this place called the Planetarium des Herrings.
What is that?
No one knows for sure,
That's creepy.
but it sounds like a place of immense power.
And maybe danger.
It's a classic cliffhanger.
It leaves you wanting more.
And that, my friend,
Yeah.
is just the beginning of our deep dive into Perry Rhodan.
So much more to come.
Buckle up. Feels like we've just scratched the surface here.
Oh, yeah. There's so much more to this universe.
The deeper we go,
The more layers we uncover.
exactly.
Yeah.
Keeps you hooked.
Keeps you guessing.
The mystery, the discovery.
And the writers?
They just keep throwing new stuff at you.
They're not afraid to challenge our understanding of reality.
That's for sure.
Bending minds left and right.
Speaking of mind bending,
Yeah.
time travel becomes a big thing later on.
Time travel.
Oh, yeah. We see Rhodan and his crew
Uh-huh.
flung into the past,
The past.
both on Earth and in Andromeda.
Oh.
And there's even this parallel universe.
A parallel universe.
Yeah.
What happens there?
Well, there's this war going on
A war. Between who?
between the Lemurians and the Halutans.
Who are they?
The Lemurians are these psychic humanoids,
You psychic humanoid.
and the Halutans are an alien race.
What are they like?
They have incredibly long lifespans.
How long?
We're talking tens of thousands of years.
Tens of thousands of years.
It's hard to even grasp.
That's mind-boggling.
I know, right? And it makes you think,
About what?
what kind of society emerges when people live that long?
Yeah. What values would they have?
What kind of conflicts would they face?
Will they even be human anymore?
In the way we understand it?
It really challenges our idea of civilization.
Of time itself.
And the scale of the conflicts just keeps growing.
Oh, yeah.
We're talking planets being threatened.
Entire galaxies at war.
The summaries mention these sun and engineer.
The Sun Engineers,
What are they?
well, they built this ancient network of teleporters,
Teleporters.
the same ones Rhodan uses to travel.
It makes you think about the bigger picture
The forces we don't see.
shaping the universe.
And sometimes
Right.
those forces are not so friendly.
Like who?
Well, they're these guys called the Droof.
The Droof.
They're from another dimension.
Another dimension.
Yeah,
And they're not here for a picnic.
definitely not.
Yeah.
They're aggressive?
What do they want?
Who knows? But they cause a lot of trouble.
And they even weaponize time travel.
They what?
Yeah, they use time travel as a weapon.
That's just not fair.
It makes things even more complex.
And then there's this planet.
Uh-huh.
Remember horror?
Oh, horror. Yeah. What about it?
It's even creepier than it sounds.
How so?
It's a desolate wasteland.
What happened there?
Used to be a powerful civilization.
What happened to them?
They were wiped out.
Wiped out. By who?
No one knows.
It's a mystery.
But they were clearly using some serious weapons.
It's a reminder of the destructive potential out there.
Definitely a sobering thought.
Makes you wonder if it could happen to us.
But even with all these threats,
Yeah.
Rhodan never gives up.
He's a fighter.
He's a survivor. He assembles a fleet.
A fleet of what?
Starships.
He's got his own fleet.
He does. He recruits allies
Allies from where?
from all over the galaxy.
He's building quite the team.
And he even gets a new flagship.
A new flagship.
It's called the Crest 3.
Sounds impressive.
It is.
Yeah.
And it's not just about technology.
What else is it about?
It's about the characters.
What about them?
Their struggles, their doubts, their fears.
They're human after all.
Even the aliens.
They have feelings too.
There's this one part
Yeah.
where Rhodan has to infiltrate a virtual reality world,
A virtual reality world. Who created it?
an alien race.
That's trippy.
It's like a deep dive within a deep dive.
It really makes you think
About what?
what it means to be human.
To be conscious.
The series really delves into those psychological and spiritual elements.
It adds a whole other layer of depth
It shows that the real battles are often fought within ourselves.
against our own limitations.
Our own demons.
And then there's this thing called Promopsi-Handlungen.
What's that?
They're psychic techniques.
What do they do?
They can manipulate emotions
Emotions.
and memories.
That's scary.
It's pretty dark stuff. It shows how easily we can be manipulated.
Even our own minds.
And then there's that place again.
Which one?
Planetarium des Serents.
That mysterious place.
It keeps popping up.
But we still don't know what it is.
It's a cosmic question mark.
A reminder that there are still so many secrets out there.
And then there's the regular Schaffer.
The rule creators.
They embody pure logic.
Right.
They don't understand human emotion.
That's a recipe for disaster.
It leads to misunderstanding.
Even conflict.
Can pure logic and human emotion coexist?
That's the question.
It's a question we face in our own lives, too.
How do we balance logic and emotion?
It's a theme that runs through so much of human history.
And it's explored in fascinating ways in Perry Rhodan.
And then there's artificial intelligence.
Artificial intelligence.
I remember the Zell activators.
the things that extend lifespans.
Exactly.
Oh.
Well, there's this character,
Who?
Bolton.
Bolton.
His Zell activator let him live for centuries.
Wow.
And he finds this hidden city
A hidden city where...
on a remote planet.
And what's so special about this city?
It's run by artificial intelligence.
Artificial intelligence.
And there's this android
An android.
named Millie.
Millie?
And she seems to have developed emotions.
An android with emotions?
It's a really interesting story
About what?
about what it means to be conscious.
To feel.
It makes you think about the nature of consciousness.
Can it exist outside of a biological form?
That's a question we're grappling with more and more these days.
As technology advances.
And you know what?
Yeah.
Things with the MDI get even crazier.
How so?
We learned they have this incredible technology.
What is it?
It's called Machine 12.
Machine swelf. What does that mean?
Machine 12,
And what does it do?
it can manipulate space-time.
It can what?
Manipulate space-time.
That's insane.
It's the ultimate weapon.
They can alter reality itself.
The MDI are on a whole other level.
It's both impressive and terrifying.
What do you think it says about them?
Their motivations.
Their ambition.
Maybe even desperation.
With that kind of power.
They could reshape the universe.
And remember the Tefrauders.
The MDI's human-like allies.
Well, it turns out it's...
What?
Many of them are dupless.
2+. What are those?
Clones
Clones of who?
of the original Tefrauders.
So they're not really individuals.
And here's the kicker.
What?
They can be killed remotely
Killed remotely.
by a hypersignal
A hypersignal.
if they don't meet the MDI's expectations.
That's messed up.
It's like a dystopian nightmare.
It makes you think about the ethics of cloning.
The dangers of a society without individuality
And they use those Handlungen on them.
to suppress their memories,
Their emotions.
anything that might make them question their loyalty.
That's a level of control I can't even imagine.
And that mysterious place,
Planetarium des Henkes.
it keeps coming back.
Still shrouded in secrecy.
It's a reminder that there are still so many unanswered questions.
And that, my friend,
Yeah.
is just a glimpse into the world of Perry Rhodan.
This Perry Rhodan series, man, it just keeps throwing new stuff at you, doesn't it?
I know, right? You think you've seen it all, and then bam.
Sentient crystals,
Yeah.
sure, why not?
Underwater cities. Of course.
Characters running into beings that, like, defy physics.
It makes you wonder what's really possible.
Makes you question what reality even is.
It definitely stretches the imagination.
That's for sure. The writers really go all out.
They're not afraid to challenge our ideas about the universe.
And it makes you wonder,
About
what if some of these crazy ideas
Yeah.
actually have some truth to them?
What if reality is even stranger than we think?
Now, there's this storyline about Central Station.
Central Station, what's that?
It's this huge space station,
Okay.
like a hub for intergalactic travel.
Sounds pretty cool.
It is, but it's also got this whole secret underbelly.
What do you mean?
There's this group of rebels,
Rebels. Fighting against who?
the MDI.
They're still around.
Oh, yeah. They're trying to control everything.
So these rebels are fighting for freedom.
In this really controlled environment,
It's like a classic struggle.
freedom versus oppression.
You see that a lot in science fiction.
It's a timeless theme.
It reminds us that the desire for freedom is universal.
No matter how advanced we get,
Human nature is still there.
it's inspiring to see these characters
Human and alien.
risking everything for what they believe in.
Even when the odds are stacked against them.
And you know what?
What?
The MDI isn't the only one with a plan.
What do you mean?
There are hints in the later books
Hints about what?
about an even more powerful being.
More powerful than the MDI.
Way more powerful.
Who is it?
It's called Factor I.
Factor I.
Factor I.
What is it?
We don't know for sure.
But it sounds ominous.
It seems to be pulling the strings,
From behind the scenes
manipulating everyone.
to achieve some unknown goal.
It's like a cosmic puppet master.
It's kind of scary, actually.
It is. It's like something out of Lovecraft.
This is getting intense.
Who is this Factor I?
What do they want?
And how can Rhodan possibly stop them?
It's the ultimate cliffhanger.
It makes you want to keep reading.
To find out what happens next,
It taps into our fascination with the unknown,
our need to understand the forces that shape our lives.
our place in the universe.
So we've gone from the moon to distant galaxies,
We've met incredible beings
seen amazing technologies.
and glimpsed the vastness of the cosmos.
What stands out to you, listener?
What resonates with you?
What mysteries are you left pondering?
Perry Rhodan is more than just a story.
It's a reflection on humanity,
On technology,
on the universe itself,
it's a story that's captured imaginations for decades,
and it continues to spark questions.
to inspire wonder. And who knows?
Yeah.
Maybe somewhere within this epic saga
Hidden among the adventures and mysteries,
lies a truth about our own future.
a glimpse into what might be.
Until next time, listener.